I think it's pretty well known that the worst thing you can do on the internet, especially nowadays, is have a garbage opinion, or what some people may even call it, a L take. I'm pretty sure we have all seen this in real life or on the internet, where someone had an opinion so bad, or someone did something so stupid, that literally people still talk about it years later. That whole event could have happened 5 years ago, and people will still bring it up now. That's how bad it is for some people. But let's be honest, most of the time when someone goes on the internet and just say something absolutely stupid, most people usually don't really care that much. We kind of just look at them and laugh and just go like, hey man, look at this dude, he came from stupid town, and then we just get up and just move on. That's usually how it goes. But I think we all know that sometimes someone can say something so bad, someone can have a take so terrible that it basically just stays in your head rent free, and you just can't stop thinking about it. And that ended up happening to me recently. Now I'm gonna be honest, most of the time the internet doesn't really bother me that much, and social media doesn't really bother me that much. I'll go on it for entertainment, and when I'm not really having fun anymore, I kind of just log off and just leave. I just go and take a break and just go and do something else, or just try to do something that is actually fun with my free time. Sometimes that doesn't work. You know, sometimes you just see a post, or you just read something on Reddit that's just so dumb. You're just wondering, how did a person even come down to that conclusion? And that ended up happening to me recently when I decided to go on Twitter. What I think is absolutely funny, most of the time when I go and complain about something, it usually starts on Twitter and Reddit, which is really not surprising because those are literally the two places where you can find people saying the dumbest things of all time. Especially nowadays, Twitter. I think we all know that Twitter is slowly falling off. It is so extremely bad right now, especially your timeline. I remember when I had the point where my timeline was absolutely filled to the brim with the stuff that I didn't want to watch at all, and now my timeline is just filled to the brim with just like relatable memes. That's literally all it is. I'll refresh it, and that's literally the only thing I see, which is literally extremely bad. Because the main reason why I like using Twitter is because you get to see people go on absolutely unhinged arguments that absolutely nobody reads. Like, one of the best features they ever added was allowing you to see views. So it was amazing where someone will like get in an argument about a video game, write a literal Wikipedia page on it, and then when you go check how much views it has like 20 or like 10. So literally absolutely no one reads it. I'm not here to go and rant about that terrible place. But I decided to go on Twitter, Diablo community, because the community was very pissed off. Suddenly out of nowhere, something has just put them in like, I guess, an aggressive stage, because they're going absolutely at it. And I'm pretty sure the main reason why probably have to be that one video that the Axeman ended up releasing. I guess it has so much of an impact that it caused a lot of people to get pissed off, because a lot of people were really talking about, is the game even good? And it was very interesting to go and see. And while in that argument, I ended up hearing one take which I absolutely hate. This is something that pisses me off, and not just in gaming. I just mean in anything in general. And it's something that I'm positive you have heard before, and that is easily, the game isn't good until you get like 60 hours in. Like, someone will go and complain about a game and say, hey, I don't really like this game that much, and people say that your opinion doesn't matter because you haven't reached the end game. And I'm just here to talk about how absolutely stupid that take is, and literally how much I hate it. You see this a lot with Diablo 4, where if you're someone and you go on social media and you talk about that you don't really like Diablo 4, or you don't think the game is fun, you'll have tons of people absolutely flood in the comment section saying that your opinion is absolutely invalid because you don't have like a level 100 character, you don't have 5,000 hours on the game, so your opinion does not matter. You see this a lot in anime. A good example is something like One Piece, which is a show that I don't really like that much. Why do I not like it? I watched over around like 200 episodes of One Piece. I got extremely far in the series, and I still was not enjoying it. And there are so much people saying that I just had to keep on going because the anime ended up getting good. You know, you just need to get past all these boring parts. Even though I ended up watching 200 episodes, and one episode is like 30 minutes. So that's literally hours of my life that I'm literally just not going to get back watching something unenjoyable, just hoping it finally gets good. And I think that is such a stupid argument. And let me just give you an example why. If something isn't good enough that it's not keeping you interested, why should I wait 60 hours for it to be interested? That's extremely dumb. For a good example, if I'm like playing a video game, most of the time when you play a game that you like, you are enjoying the game from the beginning all the way to the ending of the game. Now, yes, your enjoyment of the series is probably going to increase the more you get into the game. A good example is one game that I ended up playing was Nier Replicant. This was a game that, yeah, it started pretty slow, But when I first started playing the game, I was still enjoying my time with it. And then the more I ended up playing the game, the better the game got. Now, let's say I started the game and I didn't enjoy the beginning of the game. I thought it was extremely boring and I dropped the game. Why should I have to spend hours of my life doing something that I don't enjoy just literally for the hope that it suddenly gets good? Let me just go back to the One Piece example. I truly do believe that maybe One Piece does get better. I don't know, in like episode 500 or episode 600. You know, maybe it could be one of the best stories ever written. But I don't think you should force yourself to go through 200 episodes of garbage just so you can reach that point. That makes absolutely no sense. It's literally just a waste of time. Like, I literally think if you really want to go and watch this, and I know this is going to get some One Piece fans extremely pissed off, just like watch like a recap episode and then just start watching the anime when it actually gets good, because that is absolutely ridiculous. I think this argument is so dumb, and this is the main argument that Diablo 4 fans are doing. When people usually talk about the game and say that they don't really enjoy it, they take out this absolutely stupid take that you have to play this game for X amount of hours and then it's finally good, which is so bad. And I know the reason why they're saying this. It's because they're probably like Warframe or Destiny fans. I think one thing that's pretty well known is that all these games are pretty well connected. Someone who plays Diablo, especially if you're a newer player who like came in around Diablo 3, you definitely have probably played a game like Destiny and Warframe, because they say that a lot and it makes absolutely no sense. A good example will have to be a game like Warframe, an absolutely garbage game. This game has been bad for literally years. The game has absolutely horrible new player experience. I would say it's nearly impossible to go and play the game if you're a brand new player. And so when people want to go and play the game, they have absolutely no clue what they're doing and they're not having fun. You have so much people in the community blaming the new player, saying that it's their fault that they didn't enjoy the game, or they should have researched the game before they go and play it. You're telling me that your tutorial is so garbage that you have to research the game beforehand to know what's going on. How do people not realize stuff like this? And it's just so dumb. I hate this argument so much. It does literally absolutely nothing. And you also prove the point of the people. If you are saying that the game finally gets good at endgame, or the game finally gets good when you have 60 hours in, you're basically admitted that the game is garbage. You're basically saying that, yeah, this game is an absolute piece of trash and is not worth your time until 60 hours come in, or even when it comes with an anime. Yeah, the first few episodes are extremely bad, but it gets really good when this time comes, which is something that's absolutely dumb. Now, game and anime is completely different. Again, if your anime beginning is truly that bad, and if it truly really does begin to pop off in the early part, you could watch a recap episode and catch up. You can't really do that with video games. Anyway, this is just something that I wanted to talk about. I absolutely hate this absolute garbage take, and I don't know why so much years later people are still saying it. So this is just something that I wanted to go and talk about. Anyway, my name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.